must be wiser than the king. The end is near.
I told you before, I'm not interested in this nonsense.
And I've wasted my time here.
You can show yourself now, Jaina. He's gone.
I'm sorry for eavesdropping, Master, but
It's your inquisitive nature that I've come to rely on, child. That crazed fool's convinced that the world is about to end.
I've heard the rumors of the plague spreading throughout the Northlands. Do you truly believe that the plague is magical in nature?
It's a strong possibility. That's why I need you to travel there and investigate the matter. I've arranged for a special envoy to assist you.
Yes, Master. I'll do my best.
I know you will, child. Farewell.
Prince Arthas, we've been waiting here for hours. Are you sure this friend of yours is coming?
I'm sure. Jaina usually runs a little late.
We must help her!
Stay your place, Captain. She can take care of herself. Gentlemen, meet Miss Jaina Proudmoore, Special Agent to the Kirin Tor, and one of the most talented sorceresses in the land. Looks like you haven't lost your touch. It's good to see you again, Jaina.
You too, Arthas. It's been a while since a prince escorted me anywhere.
Yes, it has. Well, I guess we should get underway.
Our sources believe the plague originated in the region north of here. We should check out the villages along the King's Road.
No one has been around. Finally.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Your soul is mine!
This is more. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Prince Arthas, there's something amiss at the bridge ahead.
Ah, at last.
Greetings, my lord.
Ah, at last.
Look, it's Prince Arthas.
This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
My lord, someone has destroyed the bridge from the far side of the river. There is another way to cross, but it is not as safe as it used to be.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last.
My lord, if this is about taxes, I can explain.
This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Slaughter them all.
Bandits, run!
Frost.
Down.
Save us!
Preying on your own people. You scum are no better than the living. You will know endless.
At last.
Faithless cowards.
Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers.
Death rages! You thought of that?
Oh, thanks so much. I have a reward for you.
At last. Finally. Frostmourne.
There is an ancient fountain shrine nearby. Legends say that its water can restore mana to those that drink it.
That could prove to be useful indeed.
At last. Finally. This is more like it. Finally.
Now, Frostmourne.
At last.
Your pain.
This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Now, Frostmourne. Faithless coward.
I've got a good feeling about this.
Finally. What is it now? At last. This is more like it.
Eat dead people.
They look like high elves. What are they doing here?
For Lordaeron!
Speak, fool. What is it? No one knows me. Frostmourne hunger. We'll get to the bottom of this. What is it now? Finally. At last. This is more like it.
Hate resorting to violence.
Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
You will get this torment.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. No one. What is it now? At last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This
Must be the shrine that the ghost spoke of. If you drink from it, your energy will be replenished.
At last. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
It's as if the land around that well is alive.
Could the grain itself be plagued?
Let's hope not. Those crates bear the regional seal of Underhall, the distribution center for the northern boroughs. If this grain can spread the plague, there's no telling how many villages might be affected.
We may need to pay Anderhall a little visit.
Your pain shall be legendary. I'll make sure you suffer. Now. Finally. For the Lich King. This is more like it. Frostborn hunger. At last. For the Lich King. Frostborn hunger. Endless. For the Lich King. At last. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Finally. At last. This
Greetings,
is
we
more
are banshees from Huil the Lost. We've come to defend the land from these strange invaders.
As always, the generosity of the cruel is greatly appreciated.
You should know that there is a living tree at the far end of this village. This overgrowth may be evident there as well.
We'll check it out.
At last. This is more like it. At last. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. At last. Finally. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it. Finally.
insufficient mana.
At last. Frostborn hungers. At last.
I must obey. If it pleases you. If I must.
Finally. Frostborn hungers. At last.
Insufficient mana. Your pain shall be legendary.
What is it now? Frostborn hungers. Finally. Frostborn hungers.
What the hell are you men shooting at?
Death shall reign.
Well, I could use your help. We've got a living tree to destroy at the end of town.
Let life cease.
This is more like it.
I'll make sure you suffer. Faint's coward.
Tread lightly. Finally. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it. At last. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it.
Your pain shall be legendary.
At last.
How may I
Speak,
serve?
fool. Finally. No one orders me around. At last. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
We've been discovered, my brothers. Flee and continue with the operation. I'm sorry I can't stay and chat, but duty calls.
That golem looks like it was brought to life by nature itself.
Let's study it after we kill it, okay?
This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Faithless coward. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it.
Now!
For the Lich King.
Your pain.
Speak, fool.
Death rages!
What was that? And who was that wizard dressed in black?
I believe that the robed man was a druid. Obviously, he and his lackeys are behind this plague.
Well, it's a good bet we'll find him and the answers we're looking for in Anderhall.